Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. This is the road trip, and I am your trip organizer, DWTT, Gary, to my other friends as well. And joining me right now, and we'll have some more guests, I think, joining us later. Is Spencer? How you doing, Spencer, from the floor?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. Been be in the office all week because we had issues with computers. So I have slept till about I don't know about 30 minutes ago. So I'm
Uh,
a little tired, but we're here and ready to go on a trip.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. I've changed my setup a little bit over here. I don't know if you can tell. Um,
Yeah.
I'm just my camera is a little bit closer to me now uh, than my. So I don't know if that's good or bad. You can see my face a little bit more.
I don't notice the difference. If to be honest
Okay.
with you.
All right. Okay. And joining us as well on the show is Mr. Tom. Mr. Tom, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone.
Yes. For some reason he's happy. I don't know why. Spencer, you know why he's happy?
Because Roman Reigns is on his 1253rd day as WWE champion. No,
Oh, that might be one of the two things.
Italy's beating England in rugby.
Oh, I don't
No.
think that's it.
No, and it's 252. Actually, I don't know. I lost count.
I
Mm,
skipped a couple of days. Sorry.
mhm.
I lost count. Although
Uh,
I'm probably right. But yeah, so
Brighton just scored in the first 3 minutes of the match here. Nice header from Dunk. They're up 1-0 on Crystal Palace, so scoring is happening early today. And we'll get into the day's games. I don't have all the scores up because I've switched my screens around, so I'm going to have to do that. But um, so, Mr. Tom, we'll get into, I guess, what happened on Friday because that was probably that was the first game of English football that we follow over here, anyways. So, Mr. Tom, can you tell me a little bit about what happened on Friday, outside of it being like the best day of the week because it's the weekends are here.
let me tell you something, brother. It was a phenomenal night down at Ashton Gate in Bristol, which is somewhere in the UK that's not in London.
Hmm.
We've established geography is not my thing, right? So I don't know where it's. But the important thing is that one player in Leeds last night knew where the back of the net was,
That is true.
and that's all you need. Sometimes is one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd have preferred it to have been like the seven that it should have been,
True. True.
but still, but
True.
still, I'm not going to go full Gary and complain during a win.
You know what? We call it, okay, you call it complaining. Some people call it analysis, and that's why some people just come for the happiness, but they also come for a little bit of analysis, a little bit of some people might say constructive criticism, but yes, a little bit of analysis of what you saw and
Constructive criticism. Sorry, I
yes,
thought you. Sorry, I thought you were broadcasting from Spain. I thought your name had changed to Lee Gunner when you were discussing that 5-0 win. You was all like, oh man, well 5-0, we were very good.
well, you know what, when we turn around and we struggle in the game, and I go, this is the same problem we had in the 5-0 win. Then you go, oh, why didn't you say it then? Well, you know what? I say it every damn time, so you don't have to worry about. Well, you know what? I've never heard you say that before. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You like to do that to me. Yeah, yeah. We'll say hello to a couple friends before we get back to you. But Stefan, welcome to the show. Says hi to us. And Stefan's which team is this on Stefan's list of teams?
It's the one in Scotland, I believe.
Oh, he's got. Oh, so it goes by countries, huh?
He goes internationally, yeah.
And then in the on the mainland, how many teams does he have?
Um, he says one, but he did take exceptional pleasure in Everton relegating Leeds. So I count
Ooh,
Everton as one of his teams because he always goes on about how like they're a great club. Oh, I like Everton. All this, it's like yeah. That was what I personally appreciated hearing while they were too busy cheating, essentially, to then relegate Leeds. So, you know.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go.
Oh yeah, I'm a feisty fucker today.
It sounds like
I'm
it.
coming
Celtic.
I'm coming for everyone. Spencer, I'll
Yeah.
find something on you. It won't
Yeah.
take me long.
So
No,
all that money is just see, money doesn't bring you happiness, Stefan, and to those out there in the world, you don't need tons of money.
Hang on.
Right?
What happened? What happened at the Celtic game? I
Well,
saw it
you
was
know,
0-0. I watched
yes.
like the first 20 minutes of it. What happened? I mean, from the way he's talking, it didn't go amazingly. They didn't win. They drew 1-1.
Oh, there you go. Got also in the house from the Boogie Down. You got BX Gunner is here. Welcome to the show. He's laughing. I don't know if he's laughing at you. I think he's laughing at you because who doesn't laugh at you?
That's a fair point.
There you go. And yes. So then the early morning, I think we even talked about this last night on the stoop happy hour. You know how nice it would be to wake up to, something at least that puts a smile on our face. And we got that. We got that late, but we got that. Everton. I know that's not your favorite team, but seeing that team drop points is bringing a smile to my face.
I
Spencer.
did say I thought they'd win or not win, so I thought they'd get something against Tottenham.
Yeah. Spencer, did you get a chance to see the game this morning?
No, I woke up 30 minutes ago, Gary.
Oh, that's right. You did tell me that. We were talking. Yeah.
Goal at Newcastle. Goal at Newcastle.
Very
Which
nice.
way has it gone, Jeff?
Jez? What?
Jeff.
Who's Jeff?
Who's that?
Oh, forgetting you're not in England, are you? It for about 30 years in England on Soccer Saturday, like what we're doing essentially is
like a red zone.
Yeah, basically, and the guy who hosted his name was Jeff Stelling.
Very nice goal there from.
There's been a goal at Newcastle.
Who's that guy? I don't know who that guy is, but he looks British. I don't know.
I've got the rugby on right now, Gary. I'm going to be honest with you.
You have rugby on? There's football being played.
Oh my gosh! The team that have won the most points in the championship from losing positions are currently losing. So imagine my shock.
There you go.
So imagine my shock even further when they overturn it.
So can you at least give us some score highlights on whatever you're watching there, Spencer?
I think Italy is up right now, 17-14.
You think? How can you think? Aren't you looking at the screen?
Well, they're doing replays right now. So it's 17-14 at halftime.
Ah, okay. So a team is winning. You don't know which one.
Well, Italy.
Oh,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is got Ryan upset in the chat. So.
Oh, okay. Celtics got money in the bank and won't spend any of it. Money paid by fans. Oh, so now your team is holding your team is holding you back.
Aren't they in first place, Celtic?
Where aren't why? When are they not?
That's my point. Like, what's the matter if they spend the money or not? They don't need to spend money.
Yeah.
They obviously spend enough to massively dominate in Scotland and then have the worst record of any team that's played 50 matches in the Champions League. So you obviously don't spend it very well.
Nope.
You've actually fallen into the trap of you can attract players that are better than the other 11 teams in Scotland, but they're nowhere near good enough against the 31 other teams in the Champions League.
Very true.
Well, no, they only have to play 4 of them.
And Spencer's having a day that you probably are enjoying.
As I said, they'll overturn that. They've got the most points from losing positions. So absolutely no happiness from me at the moment.
So 2-0. So 2-0, maybe?
Oh, that changes things.
Okay. I just was wondering, like, if there are levels to this thing.
Oh, of course there are. No, because I don't want to do the arrogant thing of party and all that, and then boom, Ipswich win 4-1, which is a very realistic possibility.
True.
Because they're a good football team.
Yes, and Rangers can go on top. Ooh, that might send.
Let's have Let's have a look at the Scottish. It's way down my list. Oh, hang on.
I found the video, the bad chip video. I'm gonna try to make sure it gets into the next bad chip video intro.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Preston have scored a second goal?
Oh no, that's what he just said. That is what he just said. So tell me now. Tell me now. Does that put a smile on your face?
I'll be more comfortable at 3.
More comfortable at 3. All right.
I'll tell you. I'll
So
tell you.
are
what
you
I
saying
say to
so
my
at
dad.
3? At 3, worst case scenario is probably a draw, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Well,
At
I've already
2.
said that they could easily score 4. So
Oh, so now now they need to be at least 4 now for you to feel like they're gonna drop points.
listen. I'm just sitting here while whatever happens. Okay. So I'm just gonna.
So just a quick update on the scores today. Everton drew late home to that team. Brighton up 1-0 early on Crystal Palace. Burnley, Fulham 0-0. Newcastle scores early against Luton. We'll see how Luton does. And then
Who the hell is Caden Jackson, Stefan? That's who they've got up front. Ipswich. That's who they've got up front.
Yeah. In the championship, you've got Blackburn, QPR 0-0. Huddersfield, Sheffield Wednesday 0-0. Hull is up 1-0 on Millwall. Norwich, Coventry 0-0. Preston, as we said, is up 2-0 on Ipswich. Waterford, home to Southampton, is down 1-0 over there. So yeah, how much more crap can this day become, Mr. Tom? Can you maybe give him some more things that could go wrong?
Well, I'm hoping that can be tested, of course. I mean, not on a personal level for the guy, but in sporting terms, because it feels like bad shit only ever happens to Leeds United. That's how it feels to me. But obviously that's not true because football don't revolve around Leeds. But in my world, it does.
Yeah.
So, Tom, if Leeds happen to make it to the playoff final, will you be taking a trip to Old Wembley?
No, and that will sound really silly, but getting tickets for that will be impossible.
Wait. There's 60. How many seats is that thing?
Leeds would. There's 90,000 seats. Leeds would at most get 40.
And how many do they have? How many are at the home? At the home? How many? How much? What's the
Leeds
capacity?
sell at like
No. What's the
38,000.
capacity?
It's about 38,000 LMO.
Oh, okay.
But like you say, it's Wembley, so like half.
No. But you're saying the size of the home stadium is that just amount allocated for them for the championship game there, so the playoff game.
But then you got to imagine there'll be people that will. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't try it, but I'm just saying I'm operating on the assumption that getting the tickets would be more difficult than it would seem.
Yeah. But it'd be you would want to go and see that anyway, so you would attempt to try, right?
I went to see Leeds in Real Madrid, so I've.
Well, there you go. So then you've seen a team. You've
I
seen
have
the level. You've seen a big enough game close to playing for a seat in the Premier League, right?
We've never won the playoffs. Multiple attempts. Never happened. Same as Ipswich, to my knowledge. I don't think they've ever won the championship.
Yeah. Well, you keep putting the points up and letting everybody try to catch you. That's how that will work. They got a decent first team, but no backup, no depth, huh? No depth.
I might actually be wrong there.
Yeah. Everton doing the Lord's work today. You're right, Beaks Gunner. I don't know who this Lord guy is, but yes. Is it Lord Greenwood? Is that what you mean?
He probably instructed Everton to start trying in the 94th minute, yeah. I'm disappointed in Rotherham. Like, I don't want to be too greedy and want everything to go my way, but Rotherham played against Leeds like it was literally Barcelona. There you go. They did beat it. But I know there was a period of time where you kept getting into the playoffs and not fucking winning it. In the mid, either late 90s, early 2000s type thing. I remember it being a thing.
And joining us also, we've got Lonzo. He's joining us. Yeah. So Lord Greenwood, Pete Tate, or cousin Greenwood will be joining us,
Then,
but later
hey,
today.
yo.
And did I say hi to Lonzo? Lonzo is saying hello, everyone. So there you go. So there you go.
I figured I had to say it twice, Tom, because he said it twice. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this morning in the upset picks, Mr. Tom, Lonzo, and Sam did get some points. Half the points,
Not
but
doing
they got
too
some
well in
points.
that.
Got 6 points today with the
Yeah,
draw.
but in general, I'm very far behind
Yeah.
Mr. Greenwood.
Yeah, he keeps getting
I'm doing
points,
well
which
at the
is
start.
terrible. I don't know how
It
I don't know
was-
how I'm going to get points. I had Luton today, I think.
I tell you what cost me. I kept picking Luton, feeling they will eventually get a big scalp at home, which they did against Newcastle. But then I stopped picking them, and
you got to ride
then
that
they
train,
beat
man.
Brighton.
You got to ride that train. You did not ride that train.
Well, they should have got lots of points off Arsenal, but fucking got robbed, didn't they?
Oh, you know what? That's where your talk needs to stop. That's
I would have
where
got loads of points.
nobody wants to hear that talk over here, right, Spencer?
You were top at the time, and they were near the bottom.
Nobody,
So I would have
wants to
cleared
hear
the
that.
board.
Yeah.
As they would say, what was supposed to happen ended up happening. Eventually, it just took longer than it should have.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So why couldn't you just win 4-0? So then it's the hope that kills you.
It is.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
we're just teasing you, man. We're just teasing you. You thought you had something there, and we said no.
Yeah, but people like being teased by big titty women, and Arsenal ain't a big titty woman. You're a football team, so stop teasing me.
All right. Should I be watching? I don't even want to watch the Brighton game. I don't know why I have that on.
I got that on now because Wales and Scotland play at 11:45, so I'm going to watch that instead.
I think I'm gonna go to Peacock and watch the game I want to watch. I was hoping for an upset there, but I'm going to watch it and jinx it probably.
England and Italy are probably my worst two least favorite Six Nations teams to watch. But
as soon as I put it on, I have no
doubt.
doubt.
Hull winning.
Luton
playoffs.
Hull City.
Oh, we got a score. Fulham just scored on Burnley. For those who care, on a header, and yeah, Paulina just scored on a header. Did they have a man on him? Let's see. Nope. Got there too late, and he puts it home header. So there you go. Fulham is up 1-0. Burnley got solidly in 19th. Sheffield United looks like they're going to hold up the bottom two. So it's just a matter of who wants to between Everton and Luton. Luton gets a draw today. They get out of the relegation zone. That's all they need is a draw today. A win does really good wonders for them. It actually puts them in 16th if they get a win. So there you go. Actually, I think on points, they will move up too. So they'll be in 16th with a draw. So it's Luton. Luton's a surprising team. So what is it about Luton?
What do you mean? What is it about Luton?
Well, I mean, teams coming up. Everybody expected them to struggle like Sheffield United and Burnley, right?
I think. Do you know what I think it is? I think they made some good free agent signings, loan signings. They made astute signings with Premier League experience. To be fair to them, like Ross Barkley, for example, for a club like Luton, is probably going to be one of the best players they're ever likely to have.
Yep.
Despite what people think of him.
But you know what? That's to show you the levels, though. Russ Barkley last season or whenever he played last season, right? And Russ Barkley on a Luton team stands out because he's at that level. He can, on his day, compete. He's not as consistent as you would like, but there you go. Sorry, Spencer. I know you had a theory.
No, it's kind of like what Tom said. They made some good signings, good players. They're put together pretty well for the most part.
And I just turned it on, and guess what just happened?
Goal, Luton.
There you go. Nice header there.
I think they're playing with a lot of
Post-show.
house money too.
True.
Yeah.
So I mean,
True.
I would be. I had them going down, and they still may go down this year. But you know, I know a lot of people were saying that Luton were going to have more points than Havertz would have, or something. Somebody made some jokes about Luton, Havertz to have whatever. But I think people really kind of underestimated Luton. Liverpool got a dropped 2 points there.
Yeah.
We almost dropped a point there.
True.
So I mean, there are levels to this, but they did make some smart signings in my opinion.
You want to say hi to Taib? Taib, welcome to the show. And yeah, what is it about Luton? It's a dump.
They obviously only need enough signings to get 17th. It's not like you're expecting them to buy players to get like win things. Their aim is obviously 17th, and realistically, and they have every chance of that. Combined with Everton's points deduction, obviously, that is a factor. But the reality is that they are competing more than the teams that dominated the Championship last season. And that is what's especially oppressive about them and disappointing about Burnley. Because Burnley were like, Burnley's loan players that then didn't want to play for Burnley when they actually got promoted.
Yeah. I mean, right now, if they were to win, they would be tied with Brentford on points. Just the goal difference is killing them, I guess, in that kind of matchup. But otherwise, you know, they're a team that could be in 15th. You know, if they, like you said, if they were able to get the points from Arsenal, right there, they would be sitting in 15th right now. They've had opportunities. They've had opportunities to score. Yep, they just showed to Fulham. That was a nice ball over the top, and then the goalkeeper's well off his line, and he chips it right over him. So yeah, Fulham's having a bit of fun on the road today. Let's see.
I've always respected Preston and their effort.
Spencer's coming in with Spencer. Sorry, Alonso Spencer. That's crazy. I keep forgetting that you guys have. He's got. You know, you got his last. You guys are like brothers. Like you're the text.
Gary, I find the trick is you address Alonso first. Oh no, sorry, you address Spencer first, then Alonso.
Yeah.
Because then it doesn't.
It doesn't screw it up, right? Well, usually Spencer's in before Lonzo, so that's how that works. So that usually works out. So I'm not saying
whatever works for you, man. Whatever you can. It is what it is.
I know you guys said it multiple times, but I'm just like, it's still like.
Do you know the other way that I secretly do it behind the scenes?
What's that?
I go fuck face 1 and fuck face 2.
Well, that works as well.
Which one's which? You're still confused.
What is 1 and 2? What's the
Do you have a cheat sheet for this line around?
I do. Bear with me 1 second.
You know what? I think he needs pictures anyways. He needs pictures because he doesn't deal with words.
It's got glitter on it.
It's got glitter. Yeah, he's got it.
Sequins.
This guy's getting
one of those ones.
Oh, Newcastle just scored. Are you kidding me? Did I just look away and they scored? Yes, they did. I just looked away and they just scored. Oh man, they scored really quickly because they're not even showing replays. What's going on? I'm sitting there. Oh, here's the replay. Oh man, on the goalkeeper, you cannot push the ball back into the box, and he pushed it right back in front of the goal, put away by a defender. Scored in. All right, well there you go. This might be a high scoring game because Luton could be the new Leeds, because Leeds Leeds either just lost or is a high scoring affair. And sometimes they surprise people back in those days, right? So, you know, this might be that day because Newcastle might be opened up, but
Longstaff with his second goal.
Yeah, that's the defender for them, right? So
there's 2 of them, isn't there? There's the ginger Longstaff and the other Longstaff.
Oh, they have 2 of them? I didn't know they had 2.
He's got a brother. Yeah, they both played for Newcastle.
Oh, you know what?
I don't think one of them does anymore.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think one.
Yeah. You got Steven's in the house. Arsenal Misfit joins us. Welcome. Good to see you, my man. Hope you're doing well out there.
My man.
Up in the north, as some people call it.
Did you used to have a green screen background?
I did.
I don't know why. If I imagined whether that was.
Yeah, I did. You know, I did, and then I noticed a lot of people don't use them that often, and it really. I don't.
Electricity went up.
It makes It makes it digitizes my face, and so if you don't have a really good green screen or a good camera, then it does that. You can see like the lines around my head, like the little glow. So I just kind of said, nah. I do. I mean, my green screen's just sitting right over there, but yeah.
So
Yeah.
did what you went nah.
Everybody likes to see the natural me, right? So that's why I did this. What you got? Oh, Ryan is Ryan here? I didn't even see
That's
Ryan.
what I was thinking. Where's Ryan? I
So
was looking like.
you think he's watching?
blocked.
Is Ryan on? Is Ryan live now? Is that what's going on? And he's saying
think he
hi to
is.
Ryan and
I don't think he. I think Alonso's on crack or something. To be honest,
no, there you go.
he's on a concoction of drugs. All of
Yeah.
them.
I don't know what's going on here.
I'll
Nice to
double
see.
check.
Nice to see that team bottle another lead. Yeah, watching. Yeah, you're watching England play Italy in Six Nations. So somebody just said something about England are winning in their Six Nations match. So are you watching that match? Is England Italy?
England are losing to.
I'm not watching it anymore.
Italy.
Hmm.
You got to remember, Italy gave France all sorts of fits in the opening game last year as well.
Mm. And we've got Colonel Ward, Mr. Tom's favorite. He says, "Hi guys, hello." And
Colonel.
oh, he was saying hi Ryan to
now.
the Arsenal Misfit, so that's where he got it.
Yeah.
So it looks like they're doing a sub early in the Crystal Palace match. That's not good. Gahey's coming off.
Oh, good. The answers for the NBA 2K game are out for this week.
Yeah, Crystal Palace is as if they weren't struggling already. Now they lose one of their best defenders.
Yep.
That can't be good.
Yep.
We see years ago, Luton had executive boxes that looked like garden allotments.
Ben's wrestling picks are in. Very good. Very good.
Yes. Alonso said he got confused. Alonso confused? Nah.
Never. Alonso, what's the prize for winning the Battle Royal next week?
He said he hasn't had his coffee yet. I'm having my coffee right now.
Oh, hang on. That's a good idea. I need to have some caffeine.
Alonso confused. Yes, everybody's confused. Yes. England are winning 21-17, so there you go. Yeah, so Colonel Ward is bringing it like he usually does. He says, can you read this? Because I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm on ket.
What's that?
What's ketamine?
Oh.
I'm on ketamine. But it's no surprise as you have to put up with Dross football on Saturday, like Leeds and Ipswich.
There you go. So there you go. And like no other, Colonel Ward bringing his hate to the show. His hatred for teams not Arsenal. I don't even know if that's I don't
even know why he added Ipswich in that, because what have Ipswich done to him?
Yes.
I have the rivalry with Ipswich, and I don't even mean Leeds. I mean it's Tom versus Ipswich.
Yeah, and Dr. Stefan has come with some prescription for Lonzo. You know, so have some coffee and light one up is what the answer. And Spence is like, I don't know, nothing. Ange is in the house. Ange is in the house. Everyone say hello to say hi to Ange. She says, hit the thumbs up. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, people.
Hit the thumbs.
Stefan is finding out what everybody else is finding out, that they used to like Colonel. Colonel has a way of just.
Colonel Ward is like, I'm gonna pick the biggest thing to wind you up with, and I'm gonna hit you with it like a sledgehammer.
Yes. You don't even have to do anything, and he goes after you. So there you go. And we got some pleasantries here. So yeah. So I just saw a stat. Arsenal has the second most touches in the box per match, second to Bayern Munich in the Europeans' top 5 leagues. Yeah, which this is disappointing because we're not in the top 5 in goals in Europe either. So Mr. Tom is giggling. I don't understand why he's great. He's giggling because he's got a dirty mind.
Oh shit! I just got that. My bad. Slow to the party.
Oh, you Spencer didn't get it?
No,
Nah.
I was thinking about analytical stuff for football, and then Tom's up there giggling, and I was like, "Oh shit!
Yeah,
I remember now."
yeah. Tom is like, you can't say like poop without him giggling, right? See, right there.
It's true. This is the thing. I'm the easiest person to make laugh. Like, I'm so generous with laughing at people's shit. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but
And saying
Leicester
hello
are 2-0 up at Stoke. Imagine my surprise.
and saying hello to. So but you know what? You don't care about. Do you really care
Nah.
about Leicester unless they go on like a
Not really.
5-game losing streak? That's the only way they're gonna be like
then I'll
interesting.
be interested.
Thoughts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. But
Yes.
no, in all seriousness, no, this has not gone perfectly this afternoon, but it could have gone a lot worse.
Yes, Stefan. Yes, the wordsmith over here, Stefan, probably can find dirtiness in anything you say. So, yeah. So, lots of action-packed football going on for those who care. For those who care. Big game. Is it a big game today, or is it a big game tomorrow?
Rotherham, no shots on target against Southampton.
Yeah.
You got to up those numbers, baby. Up those, Wolf of Wall Street.
So Arsenal Misfit bringing it. England is up 24-17. Who is England playing again?
Italy.
England is playing Italy, and Italy is one of the best teams in the Six Nations.
No, they might.
Italy used to be one of the top teams, right?
Not in rugby.
Not in rugby. Why do I have to?
There was like a rumor for a while they wanted to kick them out and bring Georgia in.
Oh, is that right? I thought Italy kind of competed.
They had the most wooden spoons.
Brighton just scored again. For those who care.
Italy in rugby are of a standard where basically you are considered to have had a disastrous Six Nations campaign if you lose to Italy.
Oh, I don't know where
the team who loses to Italy will finish bottom.
Now, has England lost to Italy in, like, say, the last decade in a Six Nations game?
I will. I will look that up. But I don't.
Oh my gosh! I just got another score alert. Brighton is opening up what they call the floodgates here. And they should be going up with a third goal. So they're scoring from everywhere and anywhere. Fulham is up 2-0 on Burnley, and yes, they just scored again. Yeah, Brighton. You know what? Brighton got embarrassed in their last match, right? So, see, this is what I don't get. Arsenal gets embarrassed, and I don't feel like we responding kind to the next team we play, or in the second half of games or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we need that immediate response, like big response. And that's a mentality thing. Like, you guys, we just got embarrassed yesterday. Can we go out tomorrow and make sure people know that was just a blip? We don't necessarily do that. We still seem to struggle in the next match, or the next half.
To answer your question,
30.
Have Italy ever beaten England in the Six Nations? Never. They've never beaten England.
So why do I have Italy as being a team that had some kind of, I don't know?
Because you're confusing Italy's football heritage with their rugby.
So in rugby, who is it?
In England, technically.
In the Six Nations, though, because it's
Ireland right now.
Is England is England the favorite to win it in most years?
Generally speaking, you tend to get England, Ireland, France, and Wales that will have alternating periods of form, and they generally win it. Scotland tend to be the worst of the five, but even they have won it. But everyone generally beats Italy.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Italy did well. Put it this way: Italy were considered to have done well last year because they nearly beat France and they nearly beat Ireland.
I think they actually beat Wales last year too,
but they didn't beat Ireland and France.
So joining the show, probably on his dog walk, Russ Morgan is in the house.
But the only Six Nations team to have won the Rugby World Cup is England. No one else has.
You know, I was in Hong Kong just after the Hong Kong Sevens. I got a nice kind of a sweater top from it. It's pretty cool. It's Guinness was the sponsor. Surprising, but
Sevens
yes,
are fun to watch.
I'll
yes.
tell you my least favourite discourse involving rugby, because it happens at every World Cup. Every Rugby World Cup, there will be a discussion about why do rugby players respect the ref? Football should be more like rugby. Why they respect the ref? And like, there's so many elements of rugby
Well,
that are legitimately better.
yeah. Well, think about it.
Easily.
It's the same thing to be said about like MMA, right? In UFC, they're going out there to win, but they're not going out to kill someone, right? Like if they have them subdued or if they have them in a position where they could strike again, they will give the referee, an opportunity to stop the fight before they really put some serious damage on someone. You've seen it multiple times. So there is some constraint in the violent nature of the sport.
Sorry,
You
what
don't
sport are you talking about?
like MMA and stuff like that, and UFC
What's
kind of.
UFC?
UFC is the ultimate
MMA.
fighting whatever thing.
They have a championship for fighting.
Yeah, MMA, UFC.
What?
You didn't know this? Holy
No, he's
shit!
acting stupid.
Of course I fucking know.
Why are we Spencer?
Too early.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Use took that far too far. I thought this ain't gonna get past the first sentence, and I
Almost like
managed
what?
to make it to about three.
Well, you know what it is.
He's English.
I would not be surprised that you don't know crap. You know, it doesn't surprise me sometimes. Like I feel like you don't know anything, so that would not surprise me that you didn't know what UFC and UFC meant.
Kind of wasn't. I just figured,
yeah.
you
I
wanted
know
an
who
American to
Ken
explain it.
Shamrock is. How would I not know what it is? We were talking about him last
That's
Saturday.
pride. That's pride fighting.
No, but you know, but I mean, that's what I mean. Like that's the difference between rugby and football and boxing and like MMA, because MMA, right? There's no gloves, so when you hit someone, it's gonna hurt sometimes, right? If you have somebody in an arm bar, you're gonna break their arm, and you really don't want to break their arm, but you want them to say, "Look, I'm out," right?
I'll tell you what upsets me about MMA and kickboxing and all that is not to get off my original point, which we'll get back to, but I don't like how.
Oh, you're not gonna like what just happened. Sorry.
Go on, what has happened?
The Southampton has scored again.
I think rugby gets treated differently, the referees, to football, based on the fact that I think the rugby refs are more transparent. They're a better quality, like 10 times better quality than football refs. It's not even close. Like it's night and day.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
you know what? If somebody, but if everybody knows what you're about to, what you say, then you're gonna you're gonna think it twice before you say it, right? And also, you know what? You want to sound like you're competent at your job, right?
But I think we should have followed the lead of the great philosopher Tong Po from Kickboxer, where you actually dip the gloves in broken glass, and that means the matches will be much more efficient.
Oh, and I have a score coming up that I'm gonna enjoy. And so I'm watching. You know what game I'm watching, for those who know my upset pick. But it's in Newcastle. Let's see. They just dribble right up through the long. Oh, there you go. You've got a nice little attack here. Ball goes out to the left. Yep.
2-2.
And goalkeeper coughs it up right back to the man standing right in front of him.
Stefan, you are incorrect, sir. You're incorrect, sir. I know someone who knew someone who was born without an arsehole.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And he had to have a stoma.
So Anne says she doesn't have a back door. So how does that work? Like when you eat solids?
I think she meant a back door to her house, guys.
And in the bag, yeah. Had everything except no arsehole to connect it to.
Oh boy. All right. Okay.
But
Yes.
don't feel too sorry for this guy because I met him and he was a fucking prick.
So,
Well, he had no butthole. What did you think he was gonna be? He's got to carry his poop around in a bag.
oh, you know what? Well, you think about it, if you're walking like people walking around with,
too.
you know,
I'll put it this way: I was tempted to flick the bag.
see, this is
Only
right.
because
This
he was
is
an arsehole. Only because,
no.
ironically, he
You
was
actually
an
thought
arsehole.
about
He just
going
never
and
had
touch.
one.
You actually thought about going get it. You actually made that thought that you know what, flicking the
Yeah.
bag might be a
Yeah.
thing I want to
Only
do.
because he was an arrogant little prick. Because he's one of those. He's one of those
Yeah.
who's like,
Guess who scored for Luton?
everyone knows my story, so
Yes.
everyone's going to be extra nice to me, and then I can be a prick back to them. And it was like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. By the way.
Mr. Tom's one of those guys that's pulling the clutch, you know, the crutches. He's kicking the crutches from Tony when Tony says something, you know, that deserves the kicking of the crutch, right? So you can fall over. That's Mr. Tom.
Listen. The best way to respect Tony is to treat him like you treat everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
if he deserves to be kicked over, he's getting kicked over.
Yes. Yeah, you know what?
He won't think twice about running me over in his wheelchair.
Oh, you're gonna enjoy what's going on in
Luton
Preston.
scored.
You're gonna enjoy what's going on in Preston right now.
Explain.
Just think about where we are. What was the number you said? What was the number you said?
I did say 3 was the magic number, didn't I?
Is that gonna keep a smile on your face if that 3 holds
It
up?
hasn't changed yet. But Stefan, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Stefan. I'm so sorry.
No, you know what? He's
Can't
already
believe
said
this
it,
has
so it
happened
must
to
have happened. It's happened because he already said it. Yeah, as Steven says here, yeah, the PGMOL. You know what it is? The league has to, as some people have said, make them responsible for what they're doing. Right? They have to have some accountability. Right? Right. If they're gonna if they are gonna be so quick to say, you know what, this season we're gonna make sure that the managers do right, you know, do the right thing, and then guess what? The league, the football, the 220 English teams should be able to say, you know what, officials, you need to do your job. You need to do your job. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Tom.
I was like, wait, what?
Yes. See. And then this guy Bronco in Virginia, which just sounds like a
What was
nasty
Vince
thing.
McMahon's favourite song?
Yeah.
D12 and Eminem. I'll shit on you.
Yeah.
Bum, bum, bum,
If
bum,
he would have
bum.
played a full team last week, he could have kept some continuity. Yeah, I say, you know what? I say rotation, but that doesn't mean rotate all your, you know, a large number of your players. So we got lots of scoring going on, except for in the Blackburn QPR and the Norwich and Coventry games today. So
there is big news, big update that's just
Huddersfield.
happened. Sorry, big news update. Breaking news.
Yeah.
No, not
Ooh, is that a red card?
Gladiators.
That might be a red card.
Gladiators has been
Newcastle.
moved from its
That
time
might be a
slot.
red card for Newcastle. Reed puts a foot in. Uh-oh, he's got the yellow in his hand. I think they're gonna have to review this. He left the leg in there.
Gary, you interrupted Walter Cronkite.
Sorry, but there's football going on. What is it? I'm sorry, Mr. Cronkite.
Was it yet? What a red card? Where was it? Sorry.
It would have been in the Newcastle match.
Is a red card in Newcastle match really more important than them moving Gladiators from its time slot because of the Six Nations?
Probably not. So can
Yeah.
you continue as you were?
Sorry about that, Gary. I apologize.
Yes. So Gladiator spot will be moved. What?
They're just moving it to, I believe, later in the evening because of the Six Nations.
Yes. Sorry,
it's a big deal for fans of Gladiators.
True.
I mean, I'm not one of them.
Yes.
But still.
Yes.
Doesn't have the same magic.
Yes, and there's going to be a lot of poop jokes now because Mr. Tom has started it. I'm just going to blame you.
Technically started it.
I did not start it.
You know what? I went with you because it's the easy mark.
It is true.
That's fair, I suppose.
He is our resident wrestling expert, for sure.
You know what? In hindsight, it was a fair shot in the dark to make, I suppose. But yeah, Cardiff are winning. So
Stefan
Brown
has never
will be
watched
thrilled.
Gladiators.
That's not something to brag about. I mean, that just proves you
Well,
don't
what
like
is it?
guns.
What is it? What is it? You guys, Airplane, right? Hey, tell me, have you ever watched Gladiators? Remember that?
I do remember that, but I can't remember the
Yeah, I don't
punchline.
know I don't think I have the punchline just perfect, but it's essentially
Yeah,
that.
because he just randomly says it, and it's like nothing to do with the price of milk, is it? In the
Yeah, he's
situation.
flying a plane talking about watching Gladiators. So, speaking of Eminem, which I don't think we were, but go ahead.
Benzino called him out again. I swear some people still want to be relevant.
Who is Benzino?
I have no idea. What's a Benzino? I thought it was like, I thought you buy it in like an Italian takeaway or
You
something.
talking about these kind of Gladiator? Whoops. Turbo American Gladiator?
Yeah, no, because they've revived Gladiators in the UK.
Interesting.
A new version of it.
All these women were on roids. It was great.
To be. I don't know what this is. Lonzo is bringing some information, but I don't know what it is. Seeing as you say that, Russ, I might give it a look now.
Musical rap expert.
Benzino. Oh, we got a goal coming. Oh no, it's halftime. Sorry, I saw a little alert, but it's just halftime in the Blackburn QPR match.
Oh no!
So,
do you know what? I actually really feel sorry for people that pay to attend that.
Yes.
Because that's got 0-0 written all over it from last week.
So here we go. As halftime in the Stoke Leicester, Swansea is losing at home to Plymouth 1-0. Watford is losing at home to Cardiff 1-0. West Brom and Birmingham.
I met Jet from Gladiators.
You met someone.
I met all Gladiators.
Any popular
teams? I was 11.
Any popular teams in League One that you want to score for? You don't have to look. That's the point. Is I will look.
I Leighton Orient, please.
Leighton Orient score coming up here. Leighton Orient is home to Carlisle. It's 1-1 late in the first half.
Okay. League 2,
Bristol
Wrexham,
Rovers,
please.
League 2,
Wrexham.
Bristol Rovers. Bristol.
Are they in League 2?
Oh, they're not in League 1. Oh, Bristol Rovers. Here we go. Exeter home to Bristol Rovers is losing 1-0. So there you go.
Wrexham,
all right, they're at
please.
halftime. And then the Wrexham score coming up, people. The Wrexham score right now is Salford is up 2-1 at home to Wrexham. So there you go, late in the first half.
Oh.
Can you do Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen, please?
Bundesliga. So everybody, hold your horses. I had to switch screens there. Bundesliga. So here we go. Any particular score you're looking for right now?
Bayer Leverkusen, please.
Bayer Leverkusen. So here we go. At home.
Can you tell me about Bayer Leverkusen's 2-0 lead, please?
Yeah, Barnstad is, as you say, losing at home to Leverkusen. And Robert Andrich scores in the 33rd minute, and Nathan Teller has scored early in the second half in the 52nd minute to bring them up 2-0. Let's see. Let's see. As far as the lineups, let's see who we got here.
How Bayern Munich doing?
Bayern Munich. So I had a score for them. They're home to Mönchengladbach.
Mönchengladbach.
München. That's what they Mönchengladbach. Yes, it's 1-1 there. Let's see. Any scores? Did Harry score today? Let's see.
Oh, that's a big deal. If it stays the same, they'll go 4 points in front.
Nope, they have not. So right now, yes, Bayern Munich is sitting in second.
It will be the most hilarious thing ever if Harry Kane joins Bayern Munich when they've won the league for like 11 years in a row or something, and then they don't win the title.
Yes, and they don't win any trophies because so far I don't know if they've won a trophy yet this season. I'm not sure. I know the first go.
No, because they lost their equivalent of the Community Shield as well. I think.
Mm-hmm. That would be really funny. You know, and think about that. Think about if Harry Kane had actually gone to City, do you think the stink would have risen there, or do you think it doesn't work like that?
Nah.
They're so overpowered.
They would just overcome that.
Oh, so it's like putting strawberries in your smoothie. The strawberries
I mean, I
just
could be
overcome
wrong.
everything. Yeah.
I could be wrong, and we'll have no way of knowing. But I just get
Yeah.
the feeling that they'd win in spite of his luck.
Yeah, but you know what? All he had, they don't even have to ask him to do much, but just put the ball in the net, right? So yes, that is interesting. Bayern Munich were to lose today and go 4 points back. Very, very interesting there. So what else we got? People talking about. Stefan is saying it's irrelevant um, crap rappers.
They're out of all the cups apart from the Champions League.
Stefan left us. Not Stefan. Spencer left us. He'll be back. I used to have a poster in my bedroom of Jet from Gladiators. It wasn't stuck on there. Oh boy.
She was considered the. I think it's fair to say she was the most popular female gladiator.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I think she's a doctor now. Either that or a physical therapist.
You know that's the fun thing about athletes. You like people see them and they're there's always that whole dumb jock thing, and then you're like, no, they're just as normal people as you. They just are really good at sports sometimes, and yes, they can go on to be doctors and lawyers and all of that stuff, right? Like, can you tell me like Triple H is like head of communications, right, for whatever WWF or whatever it's called?
Sorry, she's a psychotherapist. Sorry, not
Yeah.
doctor. Sorry,
Yeah.
could you ask again, please, Gary?
Triple H is like head of communications. Now, when you saw him wrestle, did you ever think he would be taking up a management role in wrestling?
I did when it came. That's question two parts. Obviously, I never thought that before he started dating Vince McMahon's daughter and married to Vince McMahon's daughter. Then
No, but
obviously
but I mean, but that's like that's just like a one for the boys kind of thing there, right? That's not like a well, um, he had it now. You know what I mean? That's more like just a job for my my son-in-law kind of thing, as opposed to. Did you think as a wrestler like this guy, if he were to not do wrestling anymore, could he still be part of the sport?
my personal belief is that he was a very good professional wrestler outside of the politics of what came from his personal life. But obviously, he would not have risen to the level he has without marrying Stephanie McMahon.
There you go.
I mean, that is quite obvious, I suspect.
Yes.
But I think his position in the company as husband, as son-in-law, basically, enabled him to position himself as more important in the actual wrestling than he was.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was like a wrestling personality once said, and it's true, is that he was the guy that worked with the people that brought in the money.
Okay.
Because the Stone Cold and Dwayne Johnson have to have a dance partner, and it can't always be each other. So he worked with them, but then it allowed him to then create the impression that he drew the money when he didn't.
Yeah.
But anyway, I digress.
Yeah, I made the I did actually make the decision to Google Jet from the Gladiators. So usually I don't Google stuff that people ask me to Google. So I did Google that.
This is very wholesome. It's a very wholesome request.
Yes. So I did Google it, and I can see the allure. I can see the.
I knew if I said it, you wouldn't do it. So.
Oh yeah, I would have to consult the attorneys on my side, and they probably would go. I would have to advise you, sir, just ignore that comment from the wee man.
It's true.
Yes. So that's the football. We got every match is at halftime in England right now, I think. So there you go.
Did you know that she's gay, Ross?
Who's gay?
Jet from Gladiators.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Just didn't know if you know.
No scores to talk of in Serie A. In La Liga, Valencia is up 2-1 on Almeria. Otherwise, Granada is down a man against Las Palmas, so that game should be livening up. You got Barcelona playing later today. In African nations, you've got Mali against Ivory Coast, and Cape Verde and South Africa playing And for those who are Arsenal fans, will be happy and sad to know that Tomiyasu should be on his way back to England. Japan has been knocked out of the Asia Cup, but I think South Korea is still playing. So there you go. For those who care about the that team, So
But for all we were saying about Luton, this is why Luton get the plaudits, because Luton, who haven't got a pot to piss in between them all, have basically rocked up at the world's richest club.
True. And Russ Barkley, the man you were talking about, being their most accomplished Premier League player at this time, scored a goal for them. So he's doing it. You know what? I think Ross Barkley is just one of those players that I think he would do that at anywhere he goes. He gets more of an opportunity here, and you know what? I think teams will ask more of him, and that will just burn him out, and that's when you kind of see the performances drop. And being that Crystal Palace is down 3-0 and joining us on the show, yeah, we were talking Gladiators for a bit. Short conversation, but we did talk about them. And Ryan, welcome to the show. Yes, talking real sport here, Gladiators and stuff.
I got to watch Gladiators at Wembley Arena.
Oh, nice. Roy Hodgson should be more of a scapegoat this week. You think? Here's a question for you, because I don't think Roy Hodgson should just get fired because of performance, because I believe he's doing exactly what they need at this point. If they can find better, they should do it. But it's not like, well, you brought him in to what? Try to win the league? No. Try to maintain some kind of semblance. But I think every time you see one of their players come out to match, like you lose Olise, that hurts. Now you're down Gahey, that hurts, right? I mean, they're just not having a good time here, and they can't afford to be missing some of their best players in this sport. So here we go. The Brighton game is back on, and there's a turnover right there, deep. Ball comes out, it goes through the middle. It should be a goal, and it. And it is. So, that's just a replay of the first half. Sorry, that was off the a kickoff in the midfield. So that was too easy. So yes, Fulham is not good. Okay. All right.
But
I'll be right back.
Important to know, Ross Barkley has played 4 matches for Leeds United on loan. So, everyone's disappearing to leave me by my fucking self. So basically, I'm now, all right, we'll boot Gary out, we'll boot Spencer out, and now you're watching The Trip with Mr. Tom, where basically, the road trip, and now I'll let him back in, but I don't even know if they know they got booted out. But anyway. Oh, hang on. So I got a request. Can I come on the show? Can I come on the show? Yeah. All right. Should I let Alonso into the show?
I mean, sure. Why not?
Why not? Yeah. Let's get a.
Were you expecting a better answer now? I mean, I'll go either way.
I'm running a democracy here, I suppose.
It's a good way to do things.
Yeah. Well, it's not my show, so that was kind of the main reason I brought that up.
But you are the head guy in charge right now.
So. That's true. I suppose that is true. I do have the keys. Oh no, sorry. What do I call
he's back.
The caretaker.
Well, was Mr. Tom about to do something dangerous?
I did. I kicked you out of the show.
Oh, okay.
So the Crystal Palace thing with Roy, they unless they get down to like 16th, 17th, I mean, I'd hold on to him. Just finish out the year, finish up with Roy, send him off, on his way, and figure out what you're gonna do.
Yeah. If Potter was there for the job, just give it to him. If there's if Potter was at when we played Crystal Palace, Potter was in the stands. If he was there because there's some discussion on, you would bring in Potter immediately, right? You're not waiting for that to figure out what to do there. You just bring him in, right?
I don't know.
They should never have sat Vieira.
No, because you know what?
agree with Tom.
He needed time, and he didn't have the players. So you basically tying his hand behind his back and then ask him to go and perform.
The real reason they sacked him though wasn't. Yeah, they had poor form over a period of months, but the reality is it was obviously more institutional within the club. Like things had happened behind the scenes that they couldn't just continue with.
Yes, and joining
That
us
was the real reason.
is Spencer, Alonso.
Alonso, aka Lonnie, aka Mr. Robot Take
His
2,
name's
aka
Lonzo.
the Count of Monte Pisto, aka the Master of Disaster, aka the Jilf Destroyer, the Jilf Killer, the MILF Saucer, and I can keep going with this, but I won't.
All right.
Thank you, Tom. Hello, Gary. Hello, Tom. Hello, Spencer.
Hey there, Alonso.
How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good. We're an hour in, and I haven't actually had to mute Mr. Tom yet, so that is a record, I think.
So,
but you know what? But I know I think
about shit.
But you know what? Now that you joined, I have a feeling he's going to get muted because you're going to ask him to do something stupid, and he's going to want to do it.
I find it hilarious.
I'll do it.
So to elaborate on my confusion, I kind of get confused with Arsenal Misfit and Mr. Arsenal podcast. So apologies to Ryan and Steven. I get them mixed up sometimes.
Yeah.
Don't apologize to him. Double down. Do it again. Do it again. Go. Do it more times.
You should join. You should go join the Arsenal podcast and then just keep calling Steven.
I'd be
on his podcast. Marvelous.
Thanks, Steven, for having me on the show. You'll
we
love
should
it.
make that a thing.
Just call him Steven.
Yeah.
Apostrophe points, apostrophe heist.
There you go.
Big Steve's made a comment about Luton. He's saying they're actually trying to stay up, unlike Burnley and Sheffield United. It's a fair point, Steve.
It's an astute point, Steve.
Hey, Russ.
Big Steve.
First of all, lose at the Battle Royale. Mm-hmm.
That's me, man.
Lonzo, the aficionado, the referee, the man who makes battle royals what they are.
Okay.
But he can't tell you what the prize is for winning them.
I still can't believe we spent 10 minutes talking about how wrong I was.
I was so angry at myself. I was pissed at myself. I was like, how did I let it get that far?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
I was mad at myself for being in denial about how it works.
Steve wants to know if his name suddenly just changed.
Yeah, so Steve, your name it's always been Steven. I don't understand what's going on. You were born Steven. Keep the name, man. It's all right.
I'll tell you what.
Ryan,
and those for those
the apology wasn't needed, Alonso.
Yeah, for those who are in the know, Gio, I forgot the last name, from the women's team has joined Madrid FC and has scored her first goal in her first game. So there you go. She couldn't get any minutes with the Arsenal women's team, but she's getting some over there. So there you go.
Arsenal have a women's team.
Arsenal has a women's team. A very good team.
Interesting.
Yes.
So I've been thinking about the past couple months about maybe doing a NASCAR podcast. And you guys have inspired me to do so. I just had to make, just having detail about how I'm going to do it,
Well, you know what you do? You know how you do it? Some people just tell you.
That like NASCAR.
Yeah, well, not only that, but then you just have to just start
it. Yeah.
You can change it up as much as you want, because guess what? It's your show, and you've got enough people that make fun of your Some people either love it or they make fun of it. Either case, you're gonna entertain them. So there you go. Right,
Yeah.
Alonso, I can tell you right now. Do you know why the Full Nelson podcast exists? The actual reason it exists is because I signed into YouTube and went make new YouTube account, and I fucking made one for the Full Nelson podcast. That's
There you
why
go.
it's a thing, because I fucking
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to give the big I am there, but the point is, we sat there for months between me, you, Stan, and Tony going, oh, yeah, we should do a show on YouTube where we talk about wrestling. But then it actually took me sitting there, putting my thumb right out of my fucking arsehole, and then I fucking made it.
Did you wash your hands? Did you wash that thumb? Press the button.
I can't remember, to be honest. And I definitely had KFC where I was like, rah, rah, getting right in my fingers and stuff.
So wait, you had your finger there and you were eating KFC at the same time?
Almost certainly.
Hmm.
You know what, people? This is how nasty these British people can be sometimes.
Yeah. That's
Eating
100% what
eating
happened. Yeah.
KFC with their thumb. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about
Actually,
it.
tell a lie. If I remember rightly, I had this one up there while I was eating with the other. So I did follow the hygiene standards.
The hygiene standards.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're. You know what? I'm not coming to your house.
You weren't invited.
No, I'm not coming. No, forget it.
You can't.
No,
you can't refuse an invite you never got.
I'm not coming. I'm not coming. That's all I gotta say. Just not coming.
That's what she said.
Alonso,
Jeez.
start your own podcast. If you want to, put it out there, start talking. Even if you start with like 30-minute shows, because that's what you're comfortable with, and then you can grow it as much as you'll find you get more comfortable just talking about the stuff you like, right? And it sounds like you like this racing thing.
Yeah, I do. It's been in my heart for, I've seen you, Gary, and you, Tom. I'm sure you, Spencer, can relate. It's like we've all been chatting for a long time. I mean, we've been together now. I can remember Ray's show. We've been doing this for almost 3 years now.
Yeah.
Well, more than that, probably. So, it's like, I've seen Lolo do his thing, and also, it's pretty cool, and just watching other podcasts, and being a part of podcasts as well, is kind of, when it was at my time. And, I'm not saying that to be kind of, I think I'm ready now, because it takes a lot of courage to do a podcast, to even be on one, and then to start your own. It's like the next step, because you talk about what you know and what you like. I like soccer, I like wrestling. So, but I want to do what I like as well, which is NASCAR.
True.
But I want for you guys to be a part of it as well. I know, Spencer, you watch NASCAR as well, but it's something new, So it's something that I want to talk more about, and hopefully you guys can join me, if you guys want.
No, definitely. We support each other in everything that we do, so we'll definitely be there.
I love how my thought to what Russ wrote there was actually what Spencer typed. I manifested it through Spencer.
Spencer can't find his own jokes.
I have the gift of gab, Tom, and
The gift of gab. You, Spencer?
Let me tell you what, man. I have a very messed up sense of humor. They've had me back in the office 5 days this week. I'm gonna get myself fired one of these days. Just saying.
Well, that's the life of being a.
I'm the only guy in the office. It's not fair. I need like a dude I can send like memes to and jokes to. All these women.
Oh,
that sounds awful.
I know. I mean,
that's terrible. I feel sorry for you, and I actually pay you to be there.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
You just went on national TV just to say, I work with all these women, and it's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough out there.
I know
you're
mean
streets.
I know.
The mean streets of an all-women office. Yes.
I will say about Alonso's podcast idea, though. I did think if Alonso was ever to make a podcast, it wouldn't be about NASCAR. I thought he was going to
wrestling,
rate the MILFs on his Twitter account.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
No, there
That's
isn't.
what he was actually going to do.
There's a market for that as well. Or there might be the soup time with Lonzo, a food show.
Oh my God, no.
Great soup. It would be called Slurping with Mr. Spencer.
People wouldn't even
Very
have
funny.
to go. Is that somebody eating soup on the show? No, yes, that is somebody eating soup on the show.
That's some good slurping.
That
8
gets
out of
2
10.
slurps up and down for me. You know,
That would actually probably go viral, though. To be fair, he could rate it like 8 slurps.
People would love it, especially
It'd be more successful than any show we've ever possibly put out.
Especially if you have regular people on there who don't know that you're slurping, and they're like, "What's that noise?" You're like, "I don't know. I'm just analyzing this soup. That's all."
What I think you should do, Alonzo, do the NASCAR podcast, but have a segment about soup at the end. Like Tom has the Chris. It would actually.
This is the food update on Lonzo's podcast.
Broccoli and cheddar.
Yes, and dipping in bungles into your broccoli and cheddar soup. And so
every podcast we all put out should have some sort of food segment at the end, and it'd be like I feel saying yesterday, having the Simpsons, all the McBain segments in every episode of the Simpsons you can actually put together to make a full movie. Whereas if you put all the food segments in the various podcasts together, you can then get a recipe for a ripping lentil soup.
Yeah, but for me, I like pho, and the only reason why I think I was slipping on various podcasts is because I was sick. And
that's cool. What about the other 90,000?
Well, you see, you know what? Yeah, the man just threw a rope. He just grabbed the rope, tied it up, threw it over the fence or whatever you want to call it, and then threw another one on just in case the first one broke.
That's funny.
I wish it was one time. It's not that I wish it was one time, but
I love how in Alonzo's mind it happened one time, but we're sitting here every other time going, "Well, he's really enjoying that one." That's definitely
we should have a
9.5 out of 12.
We should have like a meter that pops up, and does one of these things.
Unleash the meter.
But in seriousness, if you did a racing show, people would come and watch it because there's always someone out there and then if you wanted to go into F1 and stuff like that, just to bring in the additional people from around the world, you could do that as well, right? So there's always ways to keep everybody entertained,
Harry Kane just scored.
What's that?
Harry Kane scored.
Oh, that's not good, is it?
Not ideal.
Like, I know there's a group of us that we've been talking on Twitter for a long time, and kind of made a group on Facebook about our favorite NASCAR drivers. And every race we pick 4 drivers that we think we're going to race, predictions rather. Like we do in our little picks that we have every week, and that adds up to who gets most points at the end of the season. And I've improved from last year to the year before last year, so I'm going to try to see if I get them involved as well. Again, this is just in my heart to do because I've seen you guys do successful podcasts as well. So, just a thought. Hopefully Daytona is like in 2 weeks, right, Spencer?
I believe so.
Yeah. So
I just don't follow it as much as I used to. My buddy loves it.
Cool.
He is
What's
all
NASCAR?
about it.
What's NASCAR?
The National Association of Stock Car Racing.
Cool. What's a stock car?
It's a car that has no massive improvements to it. It's the base model, basically.
Cool.
yeah.
What's a car?
It's an automobile. I could play this game all day, baby. we can keep going.
What's the
It's good
mobile?
entertainment for the folks. Come on. Another question.
Okay, in VIP, what's the very staff? No, fuck it. I was about to say, what does the V stand for? I said very. I'm such a fool. Right. Sorry. Okay.
It'd been best if me and Alonzo didn't even look him. Tom's laughing by himself, and we're just sitting there staring at him like, I don't get it. Yeah, BX lives in the heart of NASCAR, and so
Charlotte.
yeah, been down there a couple times, actually a lot, but
Yeah, I have family down there as well in Charlotte. So we're supposed to go to the museum during COVID, but they were closed, unfortunately. But I'm gonna try to go next time I go to Charlotte. I'll go there just to check it out. It's a nice town. I mean, it's a nice town, nice city.
it's a nice city. Yep.
So here you guys going for the Super Bowl.
It's not the Chiefs.
What are you going for, Tom?
I'm honestly not sure. I'm probably going to lean towards the 49ers. But I want to look at a variety of factors before deciding where to put my £16.
This is are you talking about the Super Bowl?
Yeah, he going for Gary.
49ers in. I really don't. I just want a good Super Bowl, and this might actually be a good Super Bowl because I think Mahomes has shown that he can play no matter how many people are missing on his squad. And 49ers are a juggernaut right now, I think. Like, they've been all season. They've had their ups and downs, but they've pretty much been stable the entire season. So I'm not expecting any different. And didn't the coach for the 49ers, was he in the Super Bowl before?
Yes.
Yeah, and they played, I think.
He was he the OC when
So he's been in the Super Bowl about 3 times with the Falcons.
Have Luton scored?
No, when he was with the Falcons, that's when their offense went anemic in the second half.
Luton
right?
have scored.
Yeah, they had a penalty coming up, so I'm watching it right now. The penalty coming up. It was a foul that seemed to happen
My
outside
apologies
the
for
box.
spoiling it then. Sorry.
No, it was a foul that happened. It seemed out of the box, but I think it continued into the box as well. And Barr said, "Huh." So there you go. I mean, this is disappointing.
You selected Luton Town.
I did, so I'm hoping
Very
for
good.
all the points, but you know what? I'm
Impressive. Well done.
Luton, like I told you, Luton is like that Leeds team, you know, because their games when they score aren't like 1-0 wins, you know, 1-goal wins. There's multiple goals in those games. So, but yeah, no, the Super Bowl. I was hoping, you know what? For me, I would rather have Detroit go because that would have been I think Detroit probably should have been a little bit smarter in their last match. I mean, they took too many. You can't be giving away field goals. You know, this is the NFL. Like in the regular season, they're going to kick the field goal. So why in the playoffs are you not kicking the field goal?
Well, the Lions were going for it on 4th down during the regular season. And like I tell people all the time, you can get away with that in the regular season against the Bears, the Broncos. But when you get down to the Final Four, don't leave a single point on the board. You have to go get it.
What is this 3-0 score? What is this?
I think she's referring to Brighton.
Yeah, that was 3-0 earlier. It was okay. That was 3-0 early as well.
I don't know. I'm trying to give Andrew a bit of credit here.
No, I just want to know I wonder if it's a new score. That's why I'm bringing it up. Are the women playing today or something? I don't know.
Yeah, Spencer, he did that against the Cowboys too at the last game of the season.
Yeah, I think when you're a team on the up coming up, you can't be taking taking chances like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially like you take the guaranteed points. Your team is playing well. You're kind of punishing your own team by taking the risk. When guess what? If you win by 1 point and make it to the Super Bowl, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I have an uncle that has the Seahawks, but he lives in Michigan, so he's a Detroit Lions fan as well. and I was texting him throughout the game, and Dan Campbell to me just blew it, man. I think he just got too arrogant and too complacent. Because I thought they were going to win by the first half. They controlled, and then they just stopped running the ball, and then they stopped passing it to Brown, who was their best receiver. So I hope they'll be back. They look like a team that's on the up, obviously. There's the backstory. Me and Aaron and Glenn went to the same high school as me, and I graduated with his sister. So I was kind of rooting for them too because of him, and the whole team was pretty. It was on its way.
I hear you. You're seeing a stat here. Everton had the higher XG in the match versus that team, and yeah, there you go. So
I have a take on the Super Bowl / the NFL in general. I'd like to give it some praise. Okay, the NFL. Since I got into NFL, say roughly about 2009ish,
Here we go.
Near enough. Wait, what?
Wow, he scored.
And here goes the shot. Very nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a couple seconds behind you, but Luton is up 4-2 right now at
That's
Newcastle. Their striker has put a ball in. It was too easy of an attack. They just basically walked up the pitch and were given all the space and time they needed. And
I'd like to take this time to apologise to Luton for what I said yesterday about them in this particular game, because I'll own it. I openly said if you were a Luton fan thinking you were going to get a win, then I'm afraid I've got some bad news. But it turns out they have bad news for me, that I'm an idiot and I was wrong, and they're probably going to win at Newcastle. Congratulations, well done. It ain't done yet, but still, you're looking.
I could see this ending.
You can see this ending 4-4. Is that what you said?
Yeah, just
I don't think Newcastle has any attackers they can bring on now, though.
But they have Saudi backing, and that's.
Oh, that's what gets you goals, I guess, huh?
I mean,
Right. So when I first got into NFL, from that time onwards, maybe give or take one or two, but every Super Bowl tends to be close. So it feels like we're in an era where the Super Bowl games are competitive till the end. Yeah, Stefan, I thought Newcastle would comfortably beat them, and they obviously ain't. So I was wrong. All right, fine. I'll get things wrong, and yeah. Anyway, but I recall like in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, like when I watched like America's Game, which is a fantastic American football documentary based on who wins the Super Bowl. All the games tend to be like a massive blowout by like half time and not very exciting.
You said in the NFL?
Yeah, the Super Bowls in the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, so the NFC had 13
They're not
straight.
Close at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's because there was no defense in the AFC, man. No defense. I mean, it was poor.
Quarterback play was better in the NFC at that time too, though.
Yeah.
You had Joe Montana, Phil Simms,
Troy Aikman. You had
Brandon Cunningham.
Yeah, you had some strong teams.
Plus, it yielded me big profits because I would tend to go for the underdog on the points. So then if the game ends up really close, I tend to win either way, regardless of who wins. So.
Yeah, so Joe Namath, that's back in the 60s, though, dude.
19.
Oh. Yeah, but he probably knows him from in The Simpsons when he turns up in The Simpsons. And
yes.
Mr.
Combination
Namath,
of income versus liability. Yeah.
Can I have some advice, Mr. Namath? And he's like, yeah, don't get vapor lock.
Yeah. You know what? Like Ipswich is. Does anybody think Ipswich will not be in the playoffs at the least?
No, they'll be in the playoffs.
Okay.
I think they're
it would need a spectacular turn of events for that to not be the case. Because, for example, I love in the phone slows down. For example, Ipswich are 13 points above 5th place, 14 points above 6th place, and 7th as well. So it would need a real catastrophe. And for the Stefan's sake, obviously, I hope that does not happen for him. But at the same time, you know.
Hey, Spencer, you were saying that you hope Luton Town stay up, right?
I don't really have a dog in the fight, but I mean, I'm okay with the storyline of new blood in the Premier League.
Yeah, because it looks like to me like Burnley just aren't good enough. I think out of the three, I would like to see Luton stay up.
You know, it's one of those things where I think teams need to some degree, either do what you do, but just do it with better players.
Yeah.
Or you just survive, right? You take those opportunities and you just take your time with be patient, because you will get in NFL in the Premier League, you will get your chances. I don't think there's probably been one game where you never thought a team actually could have had a chance. The stats might show no shots, but they had opportunities. They just failed maybe in their build-up, right? But you get opportunities in every match, whether or not you see it through to a shot. That's but you just take those chances. You run with them when they come, because they will come. Every team, City will give you 1 or 2 chances a game, no doubt about it. That guy just dived. You see that dive? Oh no, Newcastle just scored, so it's 3-4. This might be that 4-4 match you were talking about. Did we talk? We talked about it yesterday, right? A 7-7 match, but I don't think it was this.
I did. I predicted predicted the Arsenal game would be 7-7.
Yeah.
My own amusement, obviously. No, I brought no, sir. In December, I went, if you just survive, you're doing really well. Like, if you survive, it'd be really good. And he went, nope, not good enough for me. I expect promotion. That's what he said.
Oh.
Nope. I said that to him, and he threw it in my face.
Yeah, really poor defense there from
in
Luton.
My
Morris,
face.
who did help score their McGraw earlier, basically lets Trippier get behind him, and Cross comes in, and is that Morris? Yeah, it is Morris. He was poor on that defensive assignment. Lets Trippier get by him, and Trippier is able to get a foot in front, and there you go. It is Trippier, yes. So let's see. So hopefully there's a lot of scoring going on in this one. Curse of the Cane.
To the Newcastle fans that I just turned on.
Curse on the Cane. What, did they do something? They're not losing, right? Let's see what's going on in Bundesliga. No, it's 3-1. It's just full time. So Bayern Munich does win. Leverkusen has won as well, so they stay a point up. So there you go. So yeah, I think that's the fact that they're not in the it's a 2 point. Sorry, they still have a 2 point lead on them. So there you go.
To be honest, Ryan, to answer your question, it's still not really in our hands. We can win every remaining game and not get promoted.
How many more times do you play Ipswich?
Unfortunately, we've already played them twice.
I
wish we could play them every week, to be honest.
Leeds have got 2 teams behind them with 2 goals and 2 games in hand.
No, the reason I say that, Gary, is because although Southampton have the game in hand, right? So if they win the game in hand, they would go 4 points in front of Leeds. So if Leeds win every remaining game, including the one against Southampton at Elland Road, and Southampton win every game except the one at Elland Road, they would still get promoted.
Yes, and welcome to the show, but I don't actually know what this means. So, Mr. Tom, you're going to have to do the intros. Can you you know where we're going with this?
I can't actually see the full name. I can only see part of it. But
welcome to the show, Kiki.
Kiki Musampa.
Hello, everybody.
And his sweaty armpits.
And for some reason, the show just got a little stinky.
Yeah, because you're here.
No, it just got stinky. Like, I let somebody in, and then it got stinky.
You like the stank. You like the stank, boy?
Nobody likes to stink.
Yeah.
Are those fishing rods?
Those fishing rods. What?
Yes.
I don't know
I
what.
thought I gave a factual answer.
What does this mean? Oh, fishing. I don't get the. What's that all about?
I think he was trying to get me to rant because he used the word bottle.
Oh, there you go.
How's everybody doing today?
We're doing good, Kiki. So I don't understand. Can you give me an explanation as to what that actually means? Because I need some.
Kiki Masampo is a decent footballer.
With sweaty armpits, like.
Well, I think so. I think he did run around and get sweaty armpits.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey Kiki, you look like. Hey Kiki, you look like someone familiar. You look like Sammy Lee.
Sammy Lee. No, it's just he's running around. He's going to get sweaty armpits. So everyone just calm down.
Are you referring to the same Kiki Musampa with 41 league appearances on loan at Manchester City in 2005?
Yes.
Yes. And for those who need to know, Craig Eastman scores for Sutton United. I don't know. Is that a friend of the channel?
He was an Arsenal player.
Oh, there you go. I don't know all this stuff.
Yeah, he was an academy player. And I remember him on FIFA back in 2009.
Jamie Vardy, Leicester. Wow.
I hear that. Go Vincent, whoever that is. Go Vincent. Oh, we have another goal. This is you called it, Mr. Tom. Got a corner coming up for Newcastle. We're in the 72nd minute here. And
it was Spencer, I believe, that called 4-4.
And let's see.
I don't want to
ball goes out for a throw-in. Gets in really quickly.
Yep.
You want commentary because that's what Sam loves.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Barry Mann loves commentary.
Oh my gosh! From distance, from well outside the box, goalkeeper sees it too late, and they have scored to draw it. And that's
when I said I got it wrong, I was hasty. Okay. Yeah. Luton fans, if you think you're going to hold a 4-2 lead in the Premier League, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Yeah. Are they checking on a foul in the build-up?
I mean, there was a couple of places where they could have been a foul, so who knows?
Crystal Palace scored.
Well, when you have the Saudi money,
who scored for? I mean, there is a foul in the build-up, but I don't know. There was a couple of fouls they could have called earlier, so I don't know. I don't know if there was a foul there, but he definitely, if he does, they did. But if there's a VAR decision, they might say foul on the build-up.
It looks like Barkley loses the ball but gets fouled at the same time. He loses the ball first, then gets fouled.
Oh, they have continued to play.
Is the word bottling on Ryan's word of the day toilet paper?
It must be.
He said it at least twice in the last 3 minutes.
Yes. So.
I wonder when the word bottling first became a term in football. Yes. I wonder how far back it goes.
Yes. My opinion about the word bottling is almost like you're giving credit that they deserve to win it or like they're entitled to it. You can't bottle something you're never entitled to win.
No, but if you're in a position to win it and you don't, then yes, that's called bottling it, right? That's also bottling it, right? If you're up 4-2, you don't expect to give up 2 goals in the next 10 minutes. It can happen, but you don't expect it, right?
I think it's used too much. I think it's given someone credit. They said, well, you bottled a cup competition. Well, who says you were entitled to win it in the first place?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of shows where Liverpool is like saying it's going to be really tough for them to win the league in the position that they're in.
I think the fairest stance on this is it is used too often incorrectly. Where, for example, Newcastle in 95, 96 legitimately bottled the Premier League. They were 12 points in front and had to play Manchester United at Newcastle. They lost 1-0 to Manchester United at home and then didn't win the title. That is bottling the league because they were in a position where they should have won it and they did not. Yeah. Losing a cup competition in a one-off game is not bottling anything. Yeah. That's just losing a football match.
I think it's used as kind of like trying to make fun of somebody. That it's used as kind of like a derogatory mudslinging word. That's why it's thrown out there. But it's like Detroit. I was reading, like Ryan said, something. Detroit bottled it. Detroit's never been entitled to win shit. I mean, yeah, they were up in a game, but I don't know. I just find the term overused. But
So
like,
what
no
you're
one
saying really is that basically Ryan should be tarred and feathered.
No, you said it's Steve, not Ryan. Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Ryan, as in who just said goal stands.
There you go. So, so Sam, we've got Ryan from Canada over here, and we've got Stephen from
England.
London over here. So just keep that in mind when you're referencing said persons from now on.
I would never insult Stephen from London because he'd take away my coins.
Yeah.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Is there a goal coming somewhere?
I thought it was. I'm like behind from you guys. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Luton is at 10 shots, 7 on target. Imagine if Arsenal had 70% of their shots on target.
At Newcastle.
So, and Sam's favorite, Russell, from the English Russells of.
Hi, Russell.
He's saying hi to Ryan, but Ryan.
And hi to everyone, you dirty slut.
There you go. Already gone, Tom. I don't know what that means.
It's truly unfortunate. He's talking about the coins that are hard earned.
Oh,
unfortunate. But
Steve, you can't just take away his coins like that. It's in the rules.
Give him away. He doesn't need them.
Exclamation point points and heist.
Oh, so we got So Ipswich is on the way back here. What is that? What is the score here?
3-1.
3-1. So there you go.
So Tom, I have a question, and maybe Sam, you could answer it as well.
What about me?
Well, you guys don't live in England, Gary. This is an England question. This is a Motherland question.
Yes, stay out of it, Gary.
Why are you asking questions of Sam?
Because I'm fucking cool. That's why.
You're cool.
It's because Sam is the master slag. Anyway,
True.
right? So
he's a what?
Master
of slag.
Okay.
So where do you guys watch the championship in England? Like, is there another channel you guys watch the games on championship, or is it just the same?
I'm the championship expert, obviously. It's okay. So in England, the championship tends to be exclusively on Sky Sports. The highlights on ITV3, which is basically the other free channel in England, alternative to the BBC. Those highlights tend to go out on a 9 p.m. on a Saturday night. However, the goals are already usually released by then anyway online, so I don't waste my time with it.
So, Alonso, does that answer your question? Because we're going to have a pop quiz in 30 minutes.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, so here in the States, right, we have Peacock, of course, and I think, Gary, is this right, where the championship is on ESPN Plus?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes.
So, Alonso, pop quiz. What's the secondary channel the championship's shown on after Sky Sports?
ITV.
ITV what?
3.
Well done, Alonso. Wow, well done. You've been following.
Oh, hang on. I'm wrong. I told that wrongly. It's the highlights usually are on ITV4, but I associate ITV as Channel 3 because it is Channel 3.
It's ITV4 then, is it?
Yeah, they go out on ITV4.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So the teacher taught you wrong, Alonso.
No, because ITV1 is on Channel 3. So that's my fault. Sorry.
Did you ever watch Dodgeball? How they had ESPN Ocho?
Yeah, Ocho with Jason Bateman. Yeah. Good old Rip Torn. May he rest in peace.
Yeah,
really good role in that one as a coach.
The man who used to get so drunk, he what was it? He ended up in a bank vault, didn't he? Thinking it was his house, and he got so drunk that he ended up in a neighbour's bed, thinking it was his house. Basically, after he's had a bit of whiskey, he will basically go anywhere except his house.
Yes.
Thinking it's his house.
Norwich just scored and now has gone up 2-1 on Coventry. Coventry's down a man, so there you go.
I've seen
Coventry,
trash.
Coventry.
So lots of goals being scored today.
Hearts just scored away at Dundee in the Scottish Premiership.
This 4-4 at Luton, at Newcastle, might erase their previous 4-4. It might erase the memory of that a bit.
But it's Luton, so is it actually erasing?
Yeah, but are you aware what their previous 4-4 at home was, Gary?
No, this should be a fifth goal. Ooh, the ball trickles past the goal.
I think Sam knows.
Goalkeeper got hit in the head somehow, it looks.
Talking Arsenal 4-4, are we?
Yeah, when you went 4-0 up, didn't you?
Yeah, we bottled. That's bottling it. Fucking hell.
I was saying it is a good thing for you, as in, like, they'll finally stop fucking talking about it. Because they've now got another one to spend a generation going on about. Literally at half time, I was thinking, God, that Huddersfield Sheffield Wednesday game must be absolute dire. And then Huddersfield scored 4 goals in the second half. Well done to them.
Hey Gary, are you guys gonna do a watch along next Sunday for the game?
All depends on what time it is.
It's at, I think, 8:00 kickoff.
So probably not.
Okay, so we'll be on Ryan's
on this channel, yeah, no. We keep our time the same. If it overlaps with the game, then we'll do a watch along. But
so
everybody be watching it, and I mean everyone in the sense that Sam will be watching it. So with Sam off the show, that's almost like we don't even have the show, right? Right?
You miss me.
Yes.
Oh, Gary. Oh, Gary.
So I know there's a late game. I think it's Newcastle. That's a 2:00 game, which is kind of late. But
you mean next week?
No, it's later on the month. I think the 22nd. I think.
Oh.
Yeah,
right.
23rd, 29th.
Yes.
So I think it's on NBC.
What's crazy is over here you have like USA, NBC, all the same channel, you know. So
it's the 24th, Gary.
Joining us from which fan is he again? Because I get confused. But Cheddar's Chris Nix has joined us. Welcome to the show.
Oh yeah, a disgusting slag.
There you go.
West Ham fan.
West Ham fan.
Who
likes the red of Liverpool for some reason, right?
He likes Liverpool just because they won a few games. He's a glory hunter. That's what he is.
There you go. And we've got Stefan is 4-0 for Leicester. They're just
Sam said that when Jamie Vardy scored.
Did I miss it? Or was I just ignoring Sam?
I pay attention when Sam talks.
See,
only when Sam talks. Only when Sam talks.
I talk. You don't. You see.
I don't. I don't even know what's your name again. Who are you?
Sampa.
Ryan, the Arsenal misfit. Now he's trying to change his name. That is the best. Oh my gosh! So Ryan, the Canadian Ryan.
Does he know that he won't be able to change that back for 14 days?
Oh, is that how it goes?
You can change it twice. That's it in 14 days.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Ryan, for doing that.
Yeah, but you have to make sure you spell the next one correctly, otherwise you're stuck with it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's what, now somebody needs to go in there and just type in poo-poo face, and then it's stuck.
Your poo-poo face for half a month, yeah.
We got a
I could
goal
just-
scored.
I
Brighton
could-
is up 4-1 now on Crystal Palace. Trying to put a nail in the Roy Hodgson. Do you think they should fire Hodgson, Sam?
No.
Like mid-season?
Yes, I do.
Nope.
Yes, I
Nope.
do, because he's so disgustingly old. He should just be put in the ground.
No.
once and for all.
But we're talking. let's just talk football here. But for footballing reasons,
No.
should they let him
No
go?
chance. No chance.
Why not?
He
He's shit.
deserves. He deserves
He's not
respect.
supposed to be the future, right?
No, but they brought him back because the future failed in their eyes. So then they turned back to him, and then you can't fucking discard him again. When I don't think they would have got relegated with Patrick.
That's to
Vieira,
reanimate. That's to
personally.
reanimate his corpse.
Exactly.
So Chris Nix prefers the word yes.
Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
just say it, Gary. Or it's in
Retro.
the dictionary.
No, there's certain words I just don't want to say. Retro
It's in the
Rewind
dictionary.
TV. Welcome to the
You know, I
channel.
think we'll get sacked
Steady likes the
tonight.
channel. Yes. Thanks for joining
I
us.
think we'll get sacked tonight. Obviously, it's not big news for you, gentlemen, but I think John Dole Thomason of Blackburn Rovers will probably be in danger because I think they've only won one game in 10 or something like that. If they lose at home to QPR, which they are losing, so I think his job will be under threat. Personally,
And then we'll all cry. A tiny little tear.
Yes.
well, you say that, I'll damn near rip my penis off through excitement.
Okay, you know what? Well, 1, 2, ouch. 3, what?
Listen. Let me tell you something.
No.
Pornography has
You're gonna
existed for a
explain
long
this.
time.
You're gonna
it's
explain this
existed.
that decision in
No.
your head and
No.
try to put it on.
No, you'll want to hear this. It's existed for a long time. There comes a time in your life where you're a bit like, maybe try something else. You know how rich people get when they're all like, oh, I can't get that high. Like, so you have to like then start
Strangle wanks and stuff like that.
Try
exactly.
something
You
else.
have to like put a noose around your neck and toss yourself off against the wardrobe.
Try
stuff like
something else.
But yeah, exactly.
No. Try something else.
So I now get my kicks through managers getting sacked, basically in football news. So
the only way I'm so disgustingly perverted. The only way I can get off now is if a shark bites my penis while a Vietnamese soldier dressed as a Viet Cong soldier from the 60s puts a gun against my head and shouts "Mao Mao."
Mao.
I don't even know how we
That's
got
the only way I
how
can get off
how do
now.
we get here? Can we bring it back?
That's the only way I can get off now.
Blame Blackburn for losing at home to QPR.
That just sounds just like, yeah, no. Let's move on. Oh my gosh, that's just.
I said what I said.
I know you did. And then
So now
Sam,
any manager gets sacked.
and then Sam doubled down on the.
It must be a fortune to get off. Well, that's what only happens about once a year.
All right. Can
Would
somebody
you
give me a
ever
football
consider
score,
hiring
please?
homos?
Anybody, somebody in the chat, give me a football score.
Wigan have
Please.
just gone 3-0 up against Peterborough in League One. You know what, Gary? I can just picture you as like an 8-year-old back in school. I can just see you. You were just so good. You know, mama's little goody boy. You weren't swearing. You were just saying the right things. And you go around to everybody and say, "You can't say that's a bad word. Mama gonna beat you."
I had a British accent, so try it again.
Did you? You said, you're,
Wallop.
what do you say there, Codswallop? You can't say words like you can't say words like that. You what's wrong with you?
Better.
Don't you have a mother? Don't you have a mother who cares for you?
Oh, Stefan's feeling good, Mr. Tom. Stefan is
Told you
feeling
they'd
good
come
right
back.
now.
Told you they'd get 4 goals.
Well, that's why we said 4 goals guarantees them points, right? A point.
Alonso, what's your take on Einstein's theory of relativity?
Oh, damn.
Oh gosh.
What's your question, for fuck's sake?
You know, Lonzo's might need you to be co-host on a new show that he's going to start up, Sam. Because I know you love the sport.
It's called Sam. It's basically talking about. I'll give you a hint, Sam.
Yeah, go on.
It's basically talking about Martin Prebeck Jr. and how good he'll do in the upcoming season.
I'll tell you what, Alonso. I've watched that new the new NASCAR documentary. Is pretty good on Netflix.
Yeah, but for some reason they have a pick of drivers they follow.
Yeah.
One of them is not Martin Truex Jr., which whatever. They want to highlight the rising stars, and I don't know if you heard about Bubba Wallace, right? A couple of years ago, he found a noose in his garage, and it had been there, but the media made it into, well, whatever it was, but it made it more to what it was. So it made a big spectacle out of nothing. Anyway, they want to highlight the youngsters and the Cup Series, which is kind of ridiculous to me, but it is what it is. But I heard that it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Bit too much. Like there's a bit too much going on. Like they cut backwards and forwards so much. It feels like you're on a roller coaster. It's like they should slow it down a little bit, get a bit more out of like each driver. But no, it's pretty good.
So my idea, Sam.
Quick score update, real quick. Burnley has just scored late on Fulham. So there you go. All right, continue.
So I'm thinking about doing a NASCAR podcast, Sam.
Well, it's a good idea, Alonso. A lot of people are interested in NASCAR, aren't
they? Yeah. So it's just like just an idea. Because like I told you guys during the podcast this morning, that we've all wanted to do our own thing once in a while, and we always talked about doing one. But it came true, right? So
yep,
we've been doing this thing for a while now. Of course, me being on Ray's show and then also on Gary's show, and now doing.
Would you say NASCAR is like your area of speciality in sports, like besides football and the NFL?
So oddly enough, Sam, I really got into NASCAR during COVID because I was always watching it here and there, but never really got into it because here in the States, it was like the first sport or first motorsport to come on during COVID, right? So it came on, I believe it was May, because they had a pause. So they had to like maybe do 2 races back to back on Saturdays and Sundays just to make the season work. And it was quite interesting. Anyway, so they have 2 races on Saturdays and Sundays at the same track. Well, that's when I followed it because there's nothing on to keep my interest. So I decided to give it another chance, and I just fell in love with it again. Yeah. And it caught my eye, and ever since then I've been really invested more into it like I never had before. So
good for you. Do you do that podcast? Sounds like a good idea. You should do it.
Yeah, so we've got new segments that we think you should add to it. So, and for some reason they're food related. If you know, you know. So, I think it would be it'd be funny. It'd be something different for sure.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of cool because we all have spinoffs. From like Ray's. We've all done our own thing. Like I know Tom and Tony have done their wrestling podcast, and it's really fun.
It's like a great band. We each have our own solo projects.
Yeah, right. So it's really cool. It's like a movie, like a show spinoffs.
Gary has his different stuff. What do you have, Gary? Do you have any other? You don't really have any other spin-offs, do you?
I don't have any I've wanted to. I talked about doing a show with Matt on like college football, with Spencer about college football, about even NFL and stuff. But we don't have the time. I do this twice a week.
You're on everyone else's show as well, aren't you?
I would have to like cut back and
Tom,
stuff.
And Tom, apart from Leeds, you do your wrestling speciality, the full Nelson is your spin-off. And then me, of course, they've got to remember my show. I do the sexual history of East Timor. is my speciality podcast.
Every
Every Wednesday at midnight, I go through the sexual liberation of East Timor.
There you go. See, Spencer, Alonzo. Ryan's asking whether it's just going to be NASCAR or whether you would just do some racing in general. Because
unfortunately, I don't know much about Formula One. I've seen some bits and pieces here and there, but I have to check it out. I wouldn't mind being open to talking about it, but again, I don't want to talk about something that I don't know much about.
It makes sense to stick to something you're knowledgeable in. So, looks like the match over here, Brighton, is finished up here. So there you go.
But I mean, I wouldn't mind being open and watching, some stuff. But again, like I'd be confused on who. I know, the only person I know really knows is Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. I don't know how to say his name, but but I do know a little bit pieces here and there. But like I said, I really don't know much about F1 or IndyCar. The only person I know from IndyCar is Mario Andretti.
Yeah.
And he got Spencer's spin-offs. He has the middle management of gulags is one of his specialities.
I thought he had something to the effect Down in the Dark,
And then he has a second spin-off, which is it's basically embroidering sofa rugs.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So Alonzo,
you
said you started watching NASCAR entering COVID.
Yeah, well, I just started watching more of it. I was always watching bits and pieces here and there, but I became more invested during the pandemic, I guess, and it just stuck with me. But I do know who drivers were, obviously, because I tuned in every so often. I'd watch a full race, but that was very minimal. But now I just watch all season long and pay more attention to it.
Gotcha. How many races have you been to?
None. But
I've been to one more than you. I went to Miami Homestead back in 2011,
right?
I don't want to say how many.
I think it was, yeah.
I've been to 25 of them.
Wow.
I went to one of those, like the 24-hour ones, and it was in Orlando. So we kind of went there. Was it Orlando? I think it was Orlando. We kind of went there when it started, like 10 o'clock at night. So you like drinking some beers, and you come back the next day and you watch the finish of it.
24 hours. Fuck
yeah.
But I do have options if I decide to go. Austin now has one. Dallas, of course, has the Texas Motor Freeway. There's Dover. My uncle lives in Delaware. There's Charlotte, of course. So, I could also go to Darlington. I think that's in South Carolina. So there's options that I could go to. But
expensive anymore.
They're not.
Nobody goes as much as they used to.
Yeah, because a lot of
Brownie has joined us. Welcome to the show, Brownie.
Big up, Brownie.
Brown did finish up and get the win. They won 1-0 at Watford today. So I assume he's happy. Yeah.
Leeds are doing well now. Shooting up the table.
We did not have a bad Friday night.
There you go. But Lonzo, do the show, man. Just start it small, and then figure out where you want to go from there. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, then you tried it at least.
So Gary, I'm just asking, how was your first podcast? Like, did you do a live one, or did you just do one after the fact?
I kind of was. I kind of had it. I kind of knew what I was going to do because I took over the show. Like, remember Matt? Matt? Is it what I want to call him Matt, but it wasn't. Was it Matt? Scott Mason. Sorry. Remember, I was doing a show with him, and then he didn't want to do the show anymore. So I just I think I just started. But I used to do videos myself for about 30 minutes,
I would just do it, in the privacy of my house, and then I would just push those videos out. But I think my first live was just one of those where I just took over the Monday show, and just kind of did that. So I'd already been doing shows right for a year plus on other channels, so it was easy. But even if you wanted to do a show, like I know, like if you're just sitting there and you're talking and you have all the stats up and you just talk and do like a pre-recorded show and then you push that out there, at least then you get comfortable in front of the camera and stuff like that, and then you can do a live show. So there's different ways to get started, get comfortable with being in front of the camera, right? So lots of different ways to start it. You find some people to come on and chat with you if you want and all that kind of stuff. So you have different avenues to get started, but get in front of the camera and talking about things you like is first finding the things you like and then be able to then talk about it in front of the camera. I think that's cool. So as the commercial says, just do it, man. Just do it. You'll figure out what you do and don't like, and people will tell you what they do and don't like about it. So, and if you choose to change it, you can.
Yeah.
So Luton drew 4-4, so I get half the points there.
So Tom, whenever you started, right? Whenever you first started the podcast with us, was your first? I'm trying to remember. Was your first one live?
Yeah, it's always been live.
Okay.
Do it live.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
If you remember, like Sam used to do those like movie shows on the weekends, right? And he's just talking about things he likes. So it doesn't matter what it is.
I used to do quizzes as well.
Yeah.
I used to do some quizzes back in the day.
I didn't bring those back, Sam. Those are pretty fun.
Yeah, I might just bring back a few quizzes, maybe. Yeah.
But with Nadish, he's a good guy, man. I like talking with him that time we all hung out. Nadish, well, the guy from India.
Latish, yeah, was a funny guy, yeah. Yeah, he stood around on Twitter.
Yeah. So yeah, no. See, Ryan's been to a show in Le Mans, so there you go. Yep. When is the live? Brownies. I actually don't think I've seen. Have I seen? Have you seen Brownie's new? Is he done live shows?
Yeah, he's done a couple of tests. He did one last night, and the other night he's just done a couple of like spontaneous tests where he's just like gone live without much notice, really, just to test it. And yeah, that's gone well. And I think he's gonna start up again soon and do some live shows. I think he's gonna do like some late night stuff, like the discussions, Q&As, talk about all different stuff. Yeah, we always have a bit of fun with Brownie because he likes to have a bit of fun. And he'll also talk about stuff that not a lot of other people talk about as well, like things that are going on in the news and stuff like that. I'm not talking like necessarily politics or anything like that, but like stuff like weird stuff that's happened and like
Brownie
a bit.
blocked me on Twitter.
Bit off topic.
Who blocked you?
Brownie's blocked me on Twitter.
Has he blocked you? He added you the other day, didn't he?
I only got the message request this morning.
Right. And Brownie's blocked you already. What's this going on?
Brownie doesn't understand the buttons he's pressing.
You can no longer send messages. Do you want to come on the show?
It says his account's been suspended.
Has Brownie been suspended already on Twitter?
My apologies, then. That's the case.
Oh, Brownie.
My
He's never
apologies,
changed, Brownie.
Fair enough.
There's a few. Let me tell you guys, right? There's a few things in life. There's a few things in life that are absolutely certain. That is that you have to pay taxes. Well, you should pay taxes. They're always going to be there. You're going to die someday, right? And that Brownie is going to get every time he gets an account on Twitter, he's going to get suspended.
What does he even say on there?
God,
what did he say this time?
Because he's always going into some kind of stupid discussion about something. You know what Brownie's like. Brownie will say something dumb. Brownie, I love you, mate, but you like to say some dumb shit. Honestly,
you were harassing some Bitcoin for my money. You're going after the Bitcoin.
That. I like
what the hell is that?
This is why language is brilliant, because the way he's gone about it, he's not just gone, I wanted my money back. He's just gone, I was harassing them. Like, okay then.
Oh my god.
Oh, Brownie, mate. Honestly,
Dude,
he's been
you're supposed to have taken that time to I don't know what you call it, just be better.
Yeah.
Brownie 2.0 kind of thing, right?
You would think
Bigger
so.
and better. The man just basically said, nah. It's doing the same thing,
Bro.
man.
He's just suspended from every platform you can think of. He'll get suspended.
Yeah.
He's back on YouTube now, but YouTube won't last long, probably.
You're putting your money into virtual money. Come on, dude.
He got a copyright strike the other day, didn't he, for that Astrid Wet video? Sorry. I should be more specific. The video during the Chelsea-Liverpool game of her nearly getting hit by the football. But because it obviously showed the game, YouTube are like, you can't show Premier League football, lad. Yeah.
Oh, Brownie. You need somebody to talk for you, or you need a publicist and all that kind of stuff like that. You need a no man, like Brown. Like, I think I'm gonna no. Brownie's like, I think I should.
Can I do this? Can I call this guy a twat? No, you can't, Brownie. No, you can't.
To be fair to him, I only knew that because it happened on Lolo's channel when Bandy made a video for him, and it had the Joe Gelhardt goal for Leeds against Norwich, like injury time goal, and because of that, Lolo had to take the video down because of the Premier League football being shown in the clip.
So there you go. If you want to know about jail life, Brownie would have brought it to you last night. Yeah. So there you go. You get it all at Brownie's show. Some football and then a lot of other stuff.
You get some brilliant stuff. You get some very different stuff on there. It's good. It's good. It's entertaining.
When I first clicked on it, I was greeted by, you know why the English and the Nigerians get along? And I was sitting there like, what the fuck have I just walked into? but again, to be fair, it's Brownie, so I don't know what I expected.
Yeah.
It's very funny though. It's very funny.
Yeah. So Swiss Rambo's latest tweet is, let's hear it for parachute payments, as the top 3 teams in the league, I assume, have all had parachute payments, which there you go. So
Leicester, Southampton, Leeds.
Yes, and Leeds sits third, still 1 point ahead of Ipswich, and yes. So even West Brom could even jump in the top 4. What? Not West Brom. No, not
even
West
if
Brom.
Ipswich win their game in hand and go above us, the reality still stands is that we overturned a 9-10 point deficit at one point.
Very true.
So,
yeah. Well, you got a good. You're right. You're 12 points ahead of West Brom. So, no, not even 12. What is it? You're 15 points ahead of whole city. So that can't be bad. So Ryan from Canada
have a good
got to
night,
go.
Ryan Misfit.
He's going to Calgary today with a hockey team. Good. Yeah. Cool. Have fun. Enjoy. I think.
Enjoy, buddy.
Yep. We'll see Ryan, aka Steven, to some. So here we go. What is it? Cardiff at late surge for the playoffs, maybe. There you go. I don't see them on this top 6 list, though. So yeah.
Stefan needs Tory therapy. I'm sure of that.
Yeah.
He needs Tory therapy.
Going on about the politics again.
He can't stop himself about Tories.
Yeah. Yes. Russ wants to talk TV and movies with you guys. So yeah. So,
lovely, Russ. Lovely.
Yes.
You guys been watching that Griselda on Netflix? It's brilliant.
What is it called?
Griselda.
I haven't heard of that one.
The new show with Sofia Vergara.
Oh, no, I have not watched that one. I just finished watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the series on Prime. I actually liked it, so it's all right. I liked it. The end, I liked it. Let's just say that.
Atlanta. I've got to see the end of Atlanta, by the way.
There you go. Yeah. Donald Glover Jr.
I really liked Atlanta. I thought that was such a unique show.
Yep.
Such a different show.
Yep.
That episode where they go into that house of that musician, that creepy fucking like Michael Jackson looking musician. That was creepy. That was really creepy.
Well, listen,
So
we're over 2 hours here. I will have to go. I don't know if you guys can stay, but I don't mind if you stay.
What I want, because I want you to hear this, Gary, is I actually made it to about 38 years old before I realised that Childish Gambino and Donald Glover are the same person.
Rich Purnell, is a steely-eyed, whatever
I
man.
don't listen to his music, so I've never seen any music videos to actually make that connection or anything.
Yes,
for those two different people.
Yes. Yeah, no, he's a talented artist in all genres. It seems, comedy, movies, and music. So, yeah. So, are you guys hanging on, or do we want to see hit the runways and get to the?
You know what? This is a good opportunity for me to get my food a lot earlier than I usually would.
Yeah, probably.
We've been on for 2 hours, so let's everybody say. I don't know if Lonzo's going to be back before we have to say bye-bye, but
it would be funny if we could all get out of here and then he just returns to his computer and then there's no one there.
I was just about to have Spencer say bye, but he just left me.
Goodbye to the people. See you guys Monday. Hopefully 3 points tomorrow.
Very, very.
Yes. How we get it done. Just get it done.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. We didn't even talk about the Liverpool match because I fear we're like, if we get the points, we'll take it. But we have to do something totally different than what we did all season. So, Mr. Kiki, say bye to the people. And you got any last words?
I have last words. Yes, I do. I want to say thank you for everyone taking part as always. My cousin Lord Greenwood couldn't grace us with his presence today. I heard from him. He sends his best regards. He's busy with an official function up in his palatial grounds. He had to go to a local town. It's something to do with a purge or something, he said. There's about 500 people that need to be culled. And he just got himself something about a new flamethrower he needed to try out.
So does that mean like the jerky, there'll be a large supply of jerky, or is there like a hamburger festival going on, or steaks? What happens when five of the Lord's slags disappear?
Oh, was it about 500 people going to go? No, it just they just disappear, don't they? They get flame grilled, flambéed.
Oh. Right.
Yeah. So that's just the way it is, isn't it? Unfortunately, if you're in that area and the Lord says it's your time, it's your time. That's just the way it is.
There you go.
But anyway, but normally he'll get in his Bentley and come down here. He might come down next weekend. We'll see if he's got time, but sometimes he's just too busy for the likes of us. But that's just the way it is. But yeah, thanks for everyone. As always, great to see everyone in the chat, all the legends. Everyone, you know who you are. Great to see you there. Hope everyone has a great Saturday. And tomorrow, I hope we beat Liverpool. Be a tough game, but let's see if we can get the 3 points. And up the Arsenal, and let's have a great weekend, everyone.
Cool. And next up.
Oh, okay. So it's I'm next on the conveyor belt of human meat that Gary has set up. Oh look, Alonso's back as well. Made sure it's almost like he timed it so he'd close the show. No, in all seriousness, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the support and supporting Gary on his various YouTube endeavours. Don't forget, tomorrow night will be an extra special presentation where I don't think it's literally the 1 year anniversary of the Full Nelson podcast, but it is NXT Vengeance Day, which would actually be, that was the first show we ever did, was watching the NXT pay-per-view in February. So depending on how what you think about that or whatever, it's a thing. But anyway, so join us for that. It's probably going to be at midnight or whatever. But yeah. So and Lord Greenwood, I do have a thumbnail that I'm sure you will find especially amusing, because there are African murder kings and there is homos. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. So Spencer, I need your picks. Russ, I need your picks if you want to give them, because I know he's got a special aversion to NXT because he's not very good at picking them. Anyway, so yeah. So thank you for having me on. It's always a pleasure. Even with the Slurp King. I like how he took a second to realize. Oh wait, that's me. No, anyway, yeah. So yeah. So thank you for spending time with me, Spencer, Lord Greenwood, Kiki D, or whatever he called himself this week, and Gary, and yeah, and please take it away and close us out, Alonso.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. Good to see you guys. Good to see you, Spencer, Tom, Gary, and Sam. Yeah, so hoping that Arsenal win tomorrow. Good to see you guys in the chat as well. Looking forward to making a late appearance on Tom's and Tony's podcast tomorrow night. Anyways, I had to be at work today,
Sorry,
so
what?
hoping.
Sorry, what? What's that?
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah,
No, you said something else after the name Tom.
and Tony. Right, so I'm hoping we make a late night appearance on tomorrow's podcast. Yeah, so have a good weekend, everyone. Hope that you guys have a good one, and see you guys soon.
Very true. Very true. I'll second everything everybody has said. We will see you guys on the next one next week. Hopefully by then Arsenal, I think, do we play on the weekend? I don't know. But if so, hopefully you've won at least all the games we played up to that point. We'll do this again. We enjoy having your company. Remember to hit the likes, subscribe, and all that. And we will be back next week. Same bat channel. Same time. And everybody, say good night.
Good night.
And we are out.